Welcome to the Dude Bro Medium podcast, where we break down spiritual stuff in a way that actually makes sense. Because it should be useful, not weird. I'm your host, Jess, psychic medium and spiritual teacher. Welcome back to the Dude Bro Medium podcast. Today we are talking about how to get the most out of a psychic reading. Now, I can only tell you what I like, so it's really how to get the most out of a psychic reading with me. But I think this does really apply to anybody who works in the spiritual field, especially if they're operating out of a place of integrity. If you're listening to this, you probably have a reading coming up, or you're thinking about booking one. Either way, I want you to get absolutely the most out of whatever reading you have booked with me or with someone else. But especially for the people who come to me, I want us both to get the most out of our time together. So here is my no BS super chill guide to having the best reading ever. Number 1, come open, not perfect. There is no right time to have a reading. The right time is whenever you feel like it is. You know, I always preach that your intuition is king, and that is also true here. You don't even need to have a specific question or topic in mind. When you show up, we open the space with a prayer or intention, and then we co-create this session. So you can ask questions whenever you want. You can always shift the focus if we're not talking about something that's really interesting or useful to you, or you can just sit back and say, I'm really curious to see what my guides have for me or who comes up. I will always guide you, but gently. I'm very honest. I won't sugarcoat it or tell you something that's not true, but from a place of the most love, because at the end of the day, I'm here for you. Number 2, don't wait until the last 5 minutes to ask your biggest questions. This one happens every week. Someone says, no, I don't have anything in mind. And they say, I just want to see what comes up or who shows up. And then right as we're wrapping up, they say, oh, but actually my aunt, or they ask like the biggest, juiciest questions, and it's supposed to be for like a final little add-on to wrap up the session. So if you really have somebody that you want to contact or something vulnerable or specific to ask, please bring it up early. Sometimes I describe trying to contact spirits like knocking on somebody's door. They might not answer right away. Sometimes there are other messages you need to hear first, or it depends on what kind of terms you were on with this person when they left. Sometimes there's a million reasons why it could take some time for somebody to open up in a session. If you're a little scared or skeptical, it could take you some time to open up and to warm up to me, and so then the messages can get clearer. So if it's important to you, please let me know up front so that we can give space to whatever can come through. Number 3, timing is everything. Please be on time. Even better, show up a couple minutes early so we don't lose precious time figuring out tech issues. And I would personally block off some time after the session to process. You don't want to jump right back into your day before you've had a chance to breathe and integrate. I also have a bad habit of over-delivering. And if we have not gotten a message, I am known to sit there for extra time with people. I've actually just changed my 30-minute readings to 45-minute readings because I just want more time with you guys. Sometimes we get sidetracked by chit-chatting. And before I used to think like, no, this is my gifts and I should be paid for my time. And like, that is true. But if somebody honors and respects me enough to pay and show up for a reading, I've decided that I don't want to make that such a strict cutoff. So we now have a little bit more time as a cushion. And then if all the messages come out early and we're done early, then great. But I hate feeling like we're at the end and we just get something really juicy and then we have to go away. Now that's why I don't want you to leave those questions to the end, right? Because, I'm a psychic. Like my whole job is to read energy. So I'll feel it if you came with the hope of having that extra time. What you should really come doing, like I was saying, come open, come without expectations, come just open and ready to receive whatever is in your highest and best, because that is what I can read. So just giving yourself that time. I leave myself time also after your sessions. One, because if we end up chatting for 5 minutes at the end, I don't want that to run into somebody else's time. And two, because I just like to process and sit in the gratitude of what a great gift that this is, that we are able to contact these loved ones, that we are able to contact spirit, the universe, God, whoever you want to call it, to help guide somebody. And so I always just like to leave a little cushion of space around readings to prepare for what we're going to do and then to process after we've done it. Number 4. This is maybe the biggest one. I don't remember why I put it as number 4 because I think it's kind of number 1. Maybe the most important thing is to remember that you have free will. You have free will. You could do whatever the F you want. There are 0 have-tos in spirituality. The only thing you really have to do is follow your intuition. And honestly, even that is like, just do your best, girl. You are not here to get bossed around by the universe or by me. You're here to get clarity, not commandments. I am no one, guys. I am just the channel. I am just a person who wants to help you get to your highest and best using my gifts. That is literally it. When you come to a reading, it's like having a mirror. Like, I don't have anything to gain here other than, the satisfaction of you getting to your goals. But like, it's not about me. Just because I predicted something in a reading, if then you didn't like that prediction and you went out and made a change to change the outcome, that's amazing. We hope it's like for a better outcome. But if you did that, that's amazing. And I'm so happy for you and I'm so proud of you. And I don't care if it doesn't line up anymore with what we said, because you took the assessment of the energy and then you implemented it into your life. And that is like the whole purpose of this. That's like the best thing ever that you could do. So just remember, you always have free will. I will give a small example because I think it's so funny, of a really close friend of mine, and she was one of my very first clients, and she was part of my full moon subscription. So she was getting monthly readings, and for months I was telling her, like, babe, this relationship is not it. It's holding you back for X, Y, and Z. And she kept dating that person and she kept showing up for her readings, and we're friends. So we were still loving the shit out of each other. Her guides were telling her, you're done with this relationship, but she decided to stay. And I never judged her or questioned that decision. I want you to make empowered decisions in your life. I'm just here to help you make them. But at the end of the day, it is your life to live, no one else's. And so you should be making the decisions. So now if a reading makes you change your mind on maybe some of the habits that you're doing and you don't like the path that you're going down, so you maybe change some habits to avoid that prediction coming true, amazing. I love that for you. I don't care if then I'm wrong. It's not about me. It's about you. So remember, you have free will and you can do whatever the hell you want. And your spirit guides, God, the universe, source, and me, we will all still love you anyway. No one is judging you. We are all on your side. Number 5, and this is kind of like twofold. I want to talk about intentions. And the first thing I want to say about intentions is, do not book just to test me. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm here to help you. You don't need to tell me your whole life story. I actually kind of like it when I don't know you at all and then the reading is super accurate. But if you come in with your energy super shut down and just trying to prove that psychics are fake, the session's just going to feel flat. It's going to be really hard for me to read you and your energy if you show up just wanting to prove me wrong. Do you know what I mean? I know a lot of people think that this is just like cues. And maybe for those people, a digital reading is better, because in a digital reading, sometimes I don't even see the person. I need to know their name to like include it in my prayer, and it helps me feel anchored and connected to that person. But sometimes I kind of like when somebody with like a private profile gets a digital reading and they're like, that was crazy. How did you know that? So maybe if you feel the need to do that test for whatever reason that is, I don't go into a shoe shop to find out if the guy knows how to fix shoes. You know what I mean? I go there for him to fix my shoes. But it's your money, it's your time, so you can do whatever you want with it. But if you really want to test somebody, maybe a digital reading is better for you, because if you show up in a live session, and that is both of our like sacred time, and all you're trying to do is prove that I don't know what I'm doing, it's just not gonna go well for anybody. Again, you don't have to tell me everything, but you can give me nothing. That's fine. It's more like an energetic thing about being open and willing to hear the information, to receive the information. Again, you still have free will, so you can make whatever choices you want. You don't have to do anything that I tell you, but come open and ready to receive the information, as open as you can. Here is intentions part 2, number 6. It kind of helps to know what you want clarity on, sometimes. And now I'm going to sound like I'm contradicting myself. You don't have to come with a list of questions, but it helps to be honest with yourself what you want. You know, if you really want to ask a love question, but you show up and you tell me you want a career reading, I'm probably going to pick up on that. And we're just going to waste a little bit of time. Even if you just really, you're like racking your brain for questions and you don't have any, so then you show up with questions that don't feel in alignment to you, it's better to just show up and tell me, what do my guides have to say? And then maybe from there, you will have questions on what I say. Because remember, when you're showing up live, we co-create the session. When you have a digital reading, if you just want me to pick up on what's going on, great. But if you want to know something about a specific relationship or your love life or your career, or you want me to like kind of ignore some messages, unless it's something really urgent, and then I'll tell you anyway, it is nice to, when you help me help you. Does that make sense? Did I do that right? I think so. Anyway, the clearer that you are with yourself, the clearer your energy, the clearer the message will be. And honestly, again, it is totally fine to come with no questions at all. Just be honest with yourself about what it is that you want. Just to sum this all up, I want to remind you that the best readings are always grounded and empowering. You are not here to give your power away. I'm not some guru. I am here to help you remember your power, to help you remember what an amazing sovereign being that you are on this earth experience, or however you want to say that stuff. So if you do have a reading coming up, or you're planning to book one, just show up as you are, keep it real, and let's see what happens. If you've got a session booked, I can't wait to see you. And if you're still thinking about it, hopefully this gives you a feel for my vibe and how I work. Or you can send me a message, or you can check out some of my other content where I talk about what it's like to have a reading with me. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, you can book your own reading with me. I will put the link wherever links go. You can send me any questions that you have about this or any other of my content, and I am happy to answer you. Until then, I'll see you on Instagram or TikTok or Spotify or wherever it is that we see each other. Until next time, stay weird. Thanks for listening to the Dude Bro Medium podcast. If it resonated, share it, send it to a friend, or whisper it to your spirit guides. Whatever works for you. See you next time.